Breathtaking beaches lure millions to visit the Dominican Republic each year. Beyond all the beauty, however, is another reality.
You have a reality of people with a lot of worth and people with a lot of SUV vehicles. That's not the reality for over 60% of over 9.5 million Dominicans who live on this side of the island of Hispaniola.
Some of that 60% live in barrios, poor communities where jobs are nearly impossible to find.
And then there are areas of the Dominican Republic like this, built completely around the production of sugarcane. On this side of the street, you have the sugarcane farm. And just across the street, communities known as the Haitian Bate community.
Many of them don't have documents, so even though they might have been born here, they're not citizens of the Dominican Republic. And yet the thought of going back to Haiti isn't great, so they are a forgotten people.
That can easily lead to hopelessness, and there's room for that despair to grow, with so many people in developing countries living on little more than $1 a day.
The global church, we have all we need to see a tremendous impact in our world, and we think now is a key time to get involved in bringing the hope of Christ to communities like this.
Peter Greer writes about making that impact in his book, The Poor Will Be Glad. It's a guide to turning the poorest people in the world into entrepreneurs with tiny loans, some as little as $100. The concept is called microfinance.
Businesses that are basically self-employment for someone at the bottom of the pyramid of income. And so it's an opportunity where people couldn't find a job, but they can create a job.
CBN's Operation Blessing uses microfinance in countries like Mexico, where Laura lost her factory job after more than 40 years.
At 57 years old, I wondered, what kind of job was I going to get?
Operation Blessing showed her how to turn a love for chocolate into a thriving candy-making business. In Senegal, Orphans Promise gave a young deaf man the tools he needed to turn gourds into works of art he can sell. And in Guatemala, a microfinance project gave this grandmother a clothing store, opening the door for her and her granddaughter to move away from the local trash dump.
I'm making good money with my new business.
One of the challenges of microfinance is trying to figure out how to do it in an efficient, economical way. Because normally when you lend money, you have to do some analysis of the person that's going to get the money, the project. All of that takes time and money.
Dr. John Mulford is the director of Regent University's Center for Entrepreneurship. The school is at work in Rwanda, taking microfinance to the next level with a business development center.
We're running projects to help people start businesses that we call small to medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, which is the next size up from microenterprises. Small to medium-sized enterprises are the economic engine of an economy. So we're looking at creating businesses that employ people. So it's the employment that is really the key.
In less than 2 years, Regent has seen 80 graduates from a small East African nation that suffered the mass murder of an estimated 800,000 people in 1994.
One of our first applicants wrote in her application, I became the chief of my family when I was 6 years old because of the Rwandan genocide.
One successful graduate, Matilda, employs women from her church to deliver groceries to people's homes.
We're looking for people who have a heart for their country so that they're going to employ a lot of other people.
This is way bigger than money. I think that if we were just going to look at this as a financial transaction, we would miss the call of Scripture, and we also would miss the opportunity to see real change happen.
Life has certainly changed for Anadelia Fablis back in the Dominican Republic. The single mother of 3 is teaching others to turn plastic shopping bags into colorful purses that are all the rage in her village. It's a skill she even tries to teach me.
Before I was able to get these loans to grow my businesses, I could only get loans from loan sharks. And with loan sharks, I could never make a profit. All my money would be gone to pay back the loan.
Ephraim Graham, CBN News, the Dominican Republic.